Hey, let's check out the Squier Vintage Edition 40th Anniversary in Satin Sonic Blue. One thing for sure, Squier Fender, of course, has really stepped up their game.
No way!
I saw this at the Guitar Center and it blew me away as far as the quality that you can get now as compared to 15 years ago. It was only about 15 years ago that a Mexico-made Stratocaster or Telecaster would come out near this quality. And I think this one's even got those beat. Like the first year that they started putting the big block in was really when they started making the Mexico Stratocaster better, and that was around 07, 06, 07, somewhere around there. And this came out, and every feature of this, I'm not just bragging about this, I've had this thing for a couple weeks, and I've been playing on it, and I even left the tags on it because I do plan on selling it. But anyway, the satin finish neck, C profile. I mean, it's even the walnut plug, if that's even walnut, but the walnut plug in the truss rod hole is really nice. The skunk stripe, everything is smooth. The satiny feeling neck is really nice. That's not roasted maple. I believe that's tinted. Roasted, the grain stands out a little more, so I'm going to go with tinted. The pickups sound like vintage pickups. It doesn't say that they're Alnico 5s, but I think that's what they are. At least they're wound and they're using the same magnets. And I've watched a couple tests on them, and everybody's calling them that. They do sound very vintage, so. It is definitely made to be vintage, and I love the anodized gold-looking pick guard. Super thin, but super strong at the same time. It's got as far as these electronics, I mean, they're okay. I think those are alpha pots, and this is the cheaper switch, but I mean, they do function just fine, but they're definitely not high-end. The pickup sound, feel, and everything, pretty high-end. This is not a big block tremolo. That's the only thing I could see that, you know, I do like the big blocks. I like the way they sit. I like to have my tremolo on the body. I don't like it floating. And I like how the big block going up against the back, the inside of the tremolo cover, the way it sustains if that big block is used, it just does have, and you can produce a whole lot more sound. You know, your harmonics are louder and everything if you get that big block. It's a noticeable difference. But that's the only thing I'd say what they cut corners on. I do like the satin finish all the way around. It's got the vintage tuners. It's medium jumbo frets. It's what it looks like. I mean, the fret ends are not sharp. I mean, at all. They finished the fret ends. I looked really close and I noticed a little bit of tooling marks up in here, but nothing major, nothing you can't just round off really quick with a fret file. But the setup on it was perfect. The neck is perfectly straight all the way down from the 21st to the 1st. That string is just barely laying all the way across all the frets. So I'm not just talking this up, say, hey, they do retail for $500, brand new. I got a really good deal on this one. I would search for a deal on it if I were you and wanting to purchase this. But this is, you're getting what you pay for on this one. I've looked at a lot of Squiers over the years, and I remember when the Squier bullets were $99 brand new. And free shipping, which that was even crazier how cheap those were made. But I mean, it's daylight and dark compared to what you're getting out of them now. I don't have a whole lot of gripes about it at all. You know, the tremolo system is fine. I just prefer, it's more of a preference than anything. Not everybody prefers that. But this thing came out of the box, set up and ready to go. I mean, I'll do a little sound check on it where you can see that these are definitely vintage sounding coils. This neck pickup sounds just as bluesy as you want to get. The bridge is a little hotter than the other two pickups and is a little, you know, pretty good full treble sound. It's still a single coil. It's not a humbucker, but it does have pretty good output.
Can she shred?
$500 plus tax, and you can get free shipping out of that. I would say try to pay about $400 for it if you can. If you could find one for $400, I would jump right in the middle of that. But dealer cost, oh, I shouldn't even say this, but dealer cost is $359. So the dealer cost is kind of high, if you ask me, for any Squier whatsoever. But then again, you kind of get what you pay for. That's if you're a C dealer. I think the A dealers are somewhere, they come in around the $339 level. And I hate to blow the cover on it, but yeah, the markup on guitars isn't 100%, you know, like some people say. Well, if you got 500 on it, you only pay $250. That's not true. You only get about a 40 to 60% markup on everything. Now, accessories, of course, I'll be honest, you know, if you pay $7 for a set, they're about $350 to the dealer. But you got to sell a lot of sets to pay for the light bill in a big building, so you can see where that comes from. But yeah, the actual instruments themselves, you don't make a lot of money on, but you do make a little bit. And you do move enough of them. But the quality, the Squier has come. Indonesia, and yeah, and they took a page, Fender took a page out of PRS. PRS has come along and stolen a lot of Fender's business. A whole lot of Fender's business. I'm seeing country music stars now playing PRS guitars, which that's insane that they're not playing a Fender Telecaster in country music. But they're not. They're actually playing PRSs with two humbuckers. Go figure. But they do have some new models coming out that kind of more mimic the actual Telecaster. But what PRS did was improve their import line. And when they moved from Korea, which was, I mean, they're well-made guitars. They weren't PRS USA quality standards, but they were just under that. You might have gotten one with, you know, maybe some sharp fret ends or something you got to adjust a little bit to get it to play perfect. But the Korean-made ones, quality started to go down a little bit right before they moved to Indonesia. Now the ones coming from Indonesia, and they're expensive. I mean, you can pay $1,000 for an Indonesian-made PRS SE, and it's an import. It's not American-made. Of course, the American-made ones have, you know, gone up also. But through the pandemic, prices did take quite a bump. But Squier, I see, has seen the fact that PRS has taken a big part of their business in one segment of the music industry. You know, they have attracted enough country players to actually worry Fender enough to where they had to go into their R&D department and say, hey, listen, we're going to have to pick it up. We got to step up our game. or we're gonna lose altogether. And they really did with this model. I'm not sure if that's a bone nut. It might be. Doesn't seem plastic, but anyway, this is a step up. Fender has stepped up their game as they should have, and you can get a good quality. If you're in the $500 range on a Squier, you're not going to be disappointed. I mean, it's going to be set up, ready to go, and sound great, sound exactly like it should. Also, I picked up a Telly at Guitar Center, same configuration, same quality, same $500 Squier. Picked it up, and it had the Telly twang of a USA. Are these USA? No, but they're close, and they're definitely 2007, a little bit better than 2007 and below Mexico-made Stratocasters and Telecasters. These are a step above those. All the ones made before 2007, because that's when the quality actually stepped up in the Mexico department. And the Mexico-made guitars today are close to the American-made, but what they did is all of them have stepped up their game a little bit. So all three branches, the Squier branch, the Mexico branch, and the American branch of Fender, quality-wise, has all taken that next logical step up because of PRS. Now, if Gibson could get online and see what PRS is doing and kind of do the same thing with Epiphone, maybe even build some Epiphones in the USA. I mean, that would be a wise move. Have the USA Epiphones, have them priced $100 less than the Gibsons, but it would bring that brand up to where it is and up the quality of the Epiphone imports, because they, even for years, I mean, I picked up some honkers from years ago. I picked up a Zakk Wylde that was brand new, and the truss rod didn't even work in it. And this was years ago, a Zakk Wylde Bullseye Epiphone, and it was completely unplayable. Had to get the truss rod fixed in it before you could even play it. It backbowed. It was tightened, and it made it out of their factory and made it through all the quality control, which I don't think they have any quality control because I never should have gotten it. But anyway, the dealer, the distributor made it good on it. So, I mean, this is years ago. So, but Zakk Wylde's not even with Epiphone or Gibson anymore. He makes his own guitars. But anyway, that's what you're getting with one of these, and you won't be disappointed. That's a lot of money for a Squier to me. You told me 5 years ago I'd be paying $500 for any Squier product brand new. I'd say you're freaking crazy. But here we are paying $500 for them and being satisfied. This could be a pro player's guitar. Hands down, no question about it. You could be a pro up there playing this. Probably wouldn't, because it's not cool to have the Squier name on the headstock still. Everybody thinks you're a cheapie, you know. Got to have the Fender name on it. Even if it's Mexico. I don't even put Mexico on the front of the headstock anymore. They haven't done that for years. They got it on the back of the headstock. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll do a little sound file, or I'll mix it in or something like that. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Somebody needs to get their ducks in a row. I don't know. I don't think we should believe this guy. No.
Wow. I can say it backwards. Wow. That's just crazy!